What's up there, YouTube? I'm gonna give it some time, get some people on here on this live stream. The worst part about doing a live stream is waiting, the waiting game. I say this all the time. Okay, I'm just going to start talking right now and hope people jump on in a second or two. Up here in Delaware, looks like we're getting ready for thunder and lightning storm coming in. And hey, thank you, whoever that was, for the thumbs up. Appreciate you. I just want to start talking about a lot of different things. One of them being, I believe Hillary Clinton is positioning herself to slip into Biden's shoes, and they just released. They just talked about who's that? Tammy, what's up? How you doing? On notification, I was looking on your channel, saw you go live. That's cool. Yeah. They don't. I don't know what the deal is with the notifications. Hit or miss. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they aren't. My phone's messed up too, and I don't know if it's the phone or I think it's something on YouTube. Anyway, I guess you've been watching the news and seeing all the crazy shit happening. You got Hillary Clinton slipping into the race there. I don't think it's official, but everybody knows it's going to be soon. Joe Biden evidently disappeared, not just resigning, but from what I'm hearing, nobody knows where he's at. Wonder if they crooked him. I wondered. I don't know. Where the hell's he at? He signed the resignation papers and vanished like smoke in the air. What do we got here? That's just. I think the glitch from last week. We still messing with us. Yeah, probably, Tammy. So nobody seems to really know what's up with Biden, other than like he's definitely got some kind of health issue, they're saying, and I believe it at this point. I don't think he's using it to get out of the race and everything. Well, he doesn't want to, from what I understand. A few days ago, there was loud arguing going on in the evening over at the White House, and I never heard a follow-up, but a couple people would just say was not. When Kamala was able to do her job, send no Kamala for president. Was not able to. Okay, yeah. That girl can barely talk. I mean, says the same sentence backwards and forwards 3 or 4 times, like that was supposed to mean something. Like she's a great orator. Or I'm not. Now I'm all of a sudden I'm messed up words. Speaker. We'll just go for that. She just word salad girl, they call her, because everything she says sounds all mixed up and jumbled and just like nonsense. Yeah, and this is the lady that's going to be in charge of a superpower of the world. One of the superpowers, slowly declining superpower, but still a superpower technically, with plenty of illegal aliens mixed in to make us more like a third world country. What's that? Like Biden? Yep. YouTube changing my. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. I know they do that. I had to type shit and I had to stop and go back and read. Tammy, that happens to me all the time. They do that. That's disgusting. What YouTube does with that shit. They're in there messing with. It's almost on the edge of feeling criminal. Yeah, not enough to censor you, but they're fucking you around with everything you say. had it happen. I know there's something to that somewhere, but it is what it is. What can you do right now? Anyway, she's yeah. So anyway, Biden seems to have disappeared temporarily. There was arguments or something going on. I think it was Friday or something at the White House late at night or something. He didn't want to step down, and I'm sure a lot of his staff didn't necessarily want him to step down. There's like a power struggle going on. There's a coup going on. I honestly believe there's a coup in the Democrat Party. They're fighting for the control of the reins. They want to be the one in charge. And you know what? Here's the deal. Kamala Harris she ain't in charge. And what's this? Getting notifications or something. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. Yeah, there's this coup going down right now. All kinds of weird things, or little bits and pieces are starting to slip out. And keep an eye out. I literally went and got some money out of the bank and did some things that started stocking again, other stuff that I need. I think something heavy duty's right on the cusp. We could be within 48 hours of the banks having major problems. I think something's going to happen. But anyway, let me try to stay on this one subject. I tend to jump around. With Joe Biden, I think he went away not willingly. They got a letter, the resignation letter. A couple interesting facts. Doesn't look like his handwriting. An analyst, somebody took it and none of his signatures matched that. Okay, that's the first weird thing. And I believe someone said there was no presidential seal on that. If you're signing your resignation, wouldn't you have a White House seal or something on that paper? And there was several other weird things, and of course I didn't write them down. But yeah, I think something's happening right as we speak. It's some kind of coup going on there, and maybe not a violent coup, a silent coup, whatever you want to call it. But they're fighting over the power, and I think we're at a crucial moment right now. The whole thing with Donald Trump's attempted assassination on Donald Trump, there's more and more shit's coming out now. Kimberly Cheadle is resigning, or resigned, I believe, and she stood in front of Congress, or they were questioning her. She wasn't answering any questions. The more I hear of this thing's stinking to high heaven. The little bits that are getting out here and there, it doesn't make any sense. And the other night I was saying this, there's photos of the Larry Fink, like one of the big CEOs, probably a millionaire or billionaire of BlackRock, was actually hanging out, had pictures taken with Crooks, the shooter. Like Crooks had a gun, and they're sighting the scope, and another picture, he's standing next to him. A couple different photos I saw. Now, I'm thinking, are these cropped in? Is he really there? If so, he was in his three-piece suit. Are they on a gun range and something? I don't know if the one was faked or something, but evidently no one else seems to be calling that out, and I'm not an expert on any of that shit. Now, some people can tell when something's photoshopped far better than I can. First off, my eyesight sucks, so I'm not the guy to look for that. What's that? You said, yep, 100%. Not real photos. Yeah, I mean, like I'm just saying, I don't know, but I started thinking, I'm looking at it, like, this doesn't look real at all. There's one where the kid's like this, get with the gun, like it's I guess they're at the shooting range, or he's just sighting in the scope. Not on the roof, by the way. And the other guy's just standing. That had to be bullshit. That's bullshit, the more I think about it. I saw it the other day, and like, this doesn't make any sense in any way. But he was in a commercial for BlackRock, the kid, the shooter. And why are all these alternate realities coming out? Like there's, now he's overdid this and this. And it's like, you think they're releasing so much crazy information to try to bury the real shit, I don't know. I'm just baffled by it all. Yeah, but I don't think it was a real photo, too. I just wanted to mention that because It looks strange as hell. And like I just said, my eyesight's bad. I'm looking at, and then I'm thinking, wait a minute. The kid's like this. I don't know if he's shooting on the gun range, but the guy's standing like next to him, looking at him. Now, if you're watching somebody shooting targets, you'd be probably looking at the target. You wouldn't be like, here's the kid, and he's standing here looking at the kid firing a gun. It didn't make any sense. That one definitely, I could see that looked fucked up. Anyway, let me get off that. So Kamala Harris is temporarily running the country. Watch, we're going to get into a situation where I think now we're in danger of possibly, we were always in danger, but an invasion or something, because we're at our weakest moment. And now China could strike. Or, by the way, I don't know if anybody else heard this, and I'm not sure. I never got further confirmation on this, but evidently my brother had come across some information that Xi Jinping had some kind of aneurysm or stroke. And I went to look it up. I saw something about it. He was evidently drank some tea and had a stroke during some kind of, I don't know if it was a television event. I saw a little bit of a video, and I looked around, and he evidently in 2022, maybe, or 2020, he did have something like that happen. And I don't know if it happened again. You know how sometimes you don't see the date? I went through, I couldn't find it, but then I thought I saw another article talking about it. And with China anyway, that doesn't usually, they keep everything hush-hush. So it might have been fake news, that. So take that for what it's worth. You can look into it. But also I heard from, I believe it was a New York prepper and another source, that the other day there was a B-52, or is it B-2? B-52 got intercepted and sent back. It was near the Russian border somewhere. Anyway, what I was going to say about that is there was also a lot of activity near Alaska, air activity, military jets coming and going, and so something's getting ready to pop off. They could be getting ready to strike us now, because we're at our weakest, like I said. Even if they had Biden in the White House, it would be really bad. And Kamala might be just as bad, because at least with Biden, someone might have been able to kind of guide it. Not that they couldn't do it with Kamala, but the Pentagon probably, I don't know, something doesn't feel good right about now. Let's just put it that way. I'm worried that we're going to get hit right when in between presidents here, and then it's going to trigger something where worldwide problems, like blackouts, like you know about, it's happening right now with the internet, the whole global IT went down the other day, still having problems. 911's been out. What was the other stuff? Traffic lights all over the world. Different things airports are shut down, flights are canceled, and they're trying to say that it was a glitch, or not, like there was one problem, it wasn't cyber hacked or anything. The CEO, and they're interviewing him after this happened. This guy's drinking water. He's like, guess, like they're questioning him. He's like, and they're like, yeah, take another drink of water. The guy looked like he was sweating it, like he was nervous, and he wasn't giving any real answers. There's a lot of shady-looking CEOs and stuff from these companies. We're being sold out by a lot of these top dog CEOs. I believe this is what happened back a couple years ago, that like right before the COVID thing, a couple years back before that, shit ton of bankers were jumping out of windows, killing themselves. I don't know if you guys remember it. Some doctors were offing themselves. I think they weren't going to play ball with what they were going to release on the world, but they were checking into different people, and they're probably killing ones that would, raise any kind of stink, because they're probably told ahead of time, play ball, because that whole global pandemic thing, it's bullshit. Something, I mean, not that it's bullshit. It's just something didn't feel right the way it all went on, and everybody's following lockstep that fast, and nobody questioned. These guys are supposed to be, smart enough. They went to college, and they're supposed to have something on the ball there, and they're just going along with like a zombie following what there's. Do you agree with that? Yeah, see, something was wrong with that. That's all I'm saying. That's my feelings on it. The other thing, I'm jumping all over the place because there's just a lot to talk about. And let me turn my air conditioner on, actually. It gets hot in here. So, anyway, I was talking about that. A few years back, the bankers, there was literally a shitload. I think look up around 2017, Google this. Bankers' deaths and financial people in the financial world were killing themselves, supposedly. A lot of them. Now, I'm telling you something. I think all that shit's been planned. Obviously, they've been planning this for years. They're trying to take over the world, and they almost got it. They're salivating because they literally almost got the prize here, and they can almost sense that they're real close, and things are going to speed up right now, and I just can't believe there's still people sound asleep or not even able to piece things together because they've been in horse blinders on and just buying the mainstream media narrative and never ever questioning anything. Once you start questioning things, it leads to another question, which leads to another question. And if you ain't getting proper answers, you're like, wait a minute, something stinks here. If you have any common sense. But these zombies out there just can't get it together enough. What's that say? I'm in England. Who and why? Who and why what? Who am I? Or who are you? Is that your name? Is it Rose? You're asking like what am I talking about? My bad. I didn't. Basically, I'm jumping around a lot of different things. What's that? I will go out on my feet fighting. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I ain't playing this. You're not going to enslave me. Yeah. Who, why, and where. And explain what you want. You want to know what I'm talking about in general? Is that it? Sorry, I mean yes. Who is trying to take over? Fair enough. I believe, again, I don't have it in stone, written in stone. But a lot of people are believing the same thing I am. And I think it's BlackRock and other financial companies. If you look into the Bible, what's that? Trump 22. Hey, Ireland in the house, Dublin. How you doing? What's your name? O'Malley. Yeah, I have some Irish in me a little bit. Who else, man? Let's get some people on here. I can't read your name there. It's Sophonis I'm terrible at pronouncing that. Yeah, I just feel like this has been a coup that's been happening for years, in a way, of the whole world, in my opinion, because they're making, again, I'm going to say it like this. This is my opinion, but I'm not the only one holding this opinion. Now, if I say this is this and this is that, and I don't have enough proof or nothing, then they're going to call it, it's just is what it is. But I'm telling you, if you keep looking at it as long as I have, you're going to start seeing everything that I'm saying and even more. It's a matter of people walking around and never questioning anything, just accepting what the mainstream media has been saying. As a matter of fact, let me hop over here to the Irish. Who was that? Because I have something to ask them real quick. O'Malley, where are you at? Anyway, yeah, I want to know what's going on right now. You guys are almost at war in Ireland, and England's having serious problems over there. I hope you're standing up against the stuff that's wrong over there. There's riots breaking out, and it doesn't look good. I just heard that the other night. They tend to be able to tamp that down and keep it quiet over here. You don't hear a whole lot about it, and I think everybody's over here is focusing on the crap going on around us. But as Ireland goes, so will we, in a sense, because they're using the smaller model, figure out what they can do there, and try to do it in different spots. And I think they went after Ireland first. When COVID hit, they started to have more restrictions in a lot of other places. If I'm not mistaken, they were telling them about, well, let me ask, wait a minute. BlackRock is private military company. Right. Now you're getting it. Here's what I'm saying. This isn't necessarily just like government. This is fucking companies. I think in Revelation it talks about the 10 kings and like the different. And I don't have my Bible memorized, but there's stuff about this where there's going to be an antichrist, and then he's going to have people working under him, and they're not going to necessarily be elected officials from representing us. It's business. I think the business is the other part of it, the equation, not politicians per se. Politicians fit in there somewhere, but corporations, they've been the ones screwing us anyway, mostly. They're going in there and making the laws and changing the laws by getting their lawyers to come in when Congress is in there and buying out shit and corruption, just straight out corruption. Politicians are just there. They're the ones doing the changing of the laws and everything. But the money people and all that, and it all goes all the way back up to the top, the elites. A small percentage of people who are literally running the world. That's the way I look at it. I guess you can think I'm crazy or whatever and go for it, do that, but I don't think so. I think I'm dead on that there's, you just got to wake up and take another look, because, people used to say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're this, you're that. Well, you know what? Conspiracies do happen, okay? Conspiracy just means two people or a few people got together and figured out a plan that they were going to pull. That happens all the time now, but they put the conspiracy theory thing, like you're telling me that doesn't exist, but they try to make it look like you're some wacko. It is what it is. It happens all the time. People plot and scheme on other people. Companies do that to other companies. Politicians do it to other politicians. Politicians do it to us. Happens all the time. What's this? Probably some immortal playing with us. You know what? I sort of agree with you in a sense. I believe fallen angels are definitely involved in this. I wouldn't doubt. You just made me think about something that I thought before, is that a lot of this could be orchestrated by fallen angels, pulling the strings. Their fallen angel technology, if you go back, look at Nikola Tesla. He was supposedly at one point claimed he was in contact with an alien race on Mars or some shit. This guy was a super genius. Even if that was BS about him, thank you. Who said that? Thank you, Robbie. Even if it wasn't true, that they made that up later about him having communications with alien life, I would say it wasn't necessarily alien. It's superior being type of thing. A fallen angel. I think we're in two different wars here. One, the one you can see, the physical world, obviously, and then the spiritual world is full blast war going on now. And we live in the material, and it's really hard sometimes. You forget, and you're worrying about things that you need, physical world, that every day, and you get trapped in that mindset, and it's hard to realize we're spirits in a material world. I think the Police said it best in that song. Serious, we are bogged down by all our possessions and everything else. I think it was Klaus Schwab said one time, or more than once, that he was a leader of the WEF, real creepy looking guy. He was saying that you'll have nothing and be happy. Now, they were probably laughing about that, thinking, we're going to take everything from these people. But in reality, maybe we will be happy because we'll have the materialism is our prison. We won't be able to move on. That's the way I believe. That it's nice to have new things, good things, and automobiles and this and that, but we're spirit energy at the end of the day too, and we don't take care of that part of us hardly at all. In general, we just go about worrying about the physical world because that's all we see. And I think we have to get our eyes opened up. What's this? Attaching nothing connected to everything. That's a good saying, brother. I like that. That's the truth, too. Are you from Switzerland, maybe? I'm looking at that heart with it. My eyesight's really bad, dude. Okay, but anyway, that's a good saying. Attached to nothing, connected to everything. That's perfect. That is a good saying. Let's see. Living in the last days, and possessions, and exactly, distraction. Dude, you know what, even what I'm doing here, I'm worrying about my YouTube channel, trying to build it up and everything, and it takes my focus sometimes off of, things that are probably more important, that we got to focus on our lives, our spiritual needs. But I'm still trying to awaken other people, so there's some benefit to that. I just feel like sometimes I gotta focus on myself and what's going on around me, and not in the material way, And I guess everybody needs to do it. It's easy to slip back into the ways of the world, but I mean, you don't have to walk completely away from materialism. Well, maybe you do eventually, but you need to be more open to spirituality too, as well, I think. I don't know if I'm making sense to you guys. This is what I'm believing, and I'm just sharing it with you guys. What's that? Nah, man, not even the same continent. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. My eyesight's really, really bad, and it looked like that heart had something in there. Sorry about that. You're from Africa. What country in Africa are you from, brother? If you don't mind telling us. Hey, you know what? I was just talking about Africa a few days ago, about how the world's really sticking it in the Congo, they're taking all the rare earth minerals out of there, and it's just not a good thing. Child labor, it's like slavery over there. And again, this is the elites fighting for power. The same thing with the oil fields they used to do. Ethiopia, okay, that's over right next to Egypt. Am I correct? You're over on the left, or the Western Africa, underneath Ethiopia. I'm trying to think of how. Yeah, it's down. Yeah, I think it's near Egypt. Correct? Egypt's above you on the map. And is things getting? Well, yeah, not right about. Yeah, but more so to the western, nearer to the Red Sea. What's that? Above? Yes, above. All right. How's it over there? Is things getting crazy over there? Is it a lot of chaos going on? Because I think it's really going on all around the world, but you're not hearing about it as much. And financially, the world's about to have a great reset that they've been calling on, and it's going to affect every one of us. What's it say? Civil war. You're having civil wars? Right. It's around the world. I think a lot of countries are getting to that point. You know what's funny? No, it's not funny, but France, let me turn this off. I'm burning up my gas here and my car running. France is having problems, and England, and it's the right-left paradigm thing, or they're both fighting each other, and I wonder at the very top if it's all right-left paradigm bullshit, or I can't explain where I'm going with this. Are we being played by the elites? And I think to some degree we are. That there's people underneath them that think that there's a. I'm having trouble explaining this, but I think you know what I'm saying. That they're acting like they're enemies, but they aren't really quite. And I'm talking about the higher ups. Behind the scenes, there's deals being made. who's going to get screwed? People like us that are lower down on the thing, you know. That's what I believe. We're being played to some degree, but then above and beyond, that's from in the physical world. But then you also got the spiritual world too, where it's good versus evil, flat out. And then you got to decide which side of the coin you're on with the in the physical world, because they probably both have some good and some evil in them. You know, the left, the right. Anymore, I'm starting to wonder about the left altogether. It's not for me, that's for sure. Divide and conquer, correct. That's exactly what's going on. But you know what does my heart good? That I'm hearing more and more people saying stuff like that are seeing that we're being played. It's not just me or, you know, there's a lot of people starting to wake up and talk about that. When they went and did this whole global pandemic thing, I think they never really thought this thing through on one thing that, or maybe they did, but they couldn't do anything about it. People are waking up to the reality of what's really going on. That's my belief. By the way, if you can, hit me with a thumbs up there, and make sure you subscribe if you could. I'm trying to build this channel. Anyway, to break it all down to this, I think we're within maybe weeks or days of something huge happening in the world. I'm afraid that somebody's going to use a nuke. I don't know if I said this yet. Earlier I was talking about Biden disappearing right now. Nobody seemed to know where he's at. And all of a sudden, Netanyahu from Israel is coming over to talk to Kamala Harris in the White House. Biden never had him in the White House. He hasn't been over here since Trump was in office about 2020. This is kind of concerning. Are they letting us know they're getting ready to do something, or why is he here all of a sudden? Or is he just because the changing of the guard and they want to get in tight with Kamala? I don't know, but I think maybe they're going to. Iran's been pounding them, and other countries over there are hitting them with drones and drone strikes and everything else for so long, and maybe they're getting ready to hit them hard. Maybe they're just letting us know, warning us of what's happening out there. And that's only an assumption, but something's going on. What we got here? I think technology is a lot to blame. Yes, exactly. I think absolutely. Rose, let me tell you something. I think technology is the downfall of man. It's like if you go back biblically, it's when they ate the apple in the Garden of Eden, and ironically, Bill Gates, you know what I'm talking about. Bill Gates, he invented the Apple computer and the Macintosh and all that. They love their symbolism and all this technology. We're better off being farmers and go back to our agrarian beginnings or whatever, and drop everything like a hot rock, because it's all great. Your car can now you can watch movies and do everything just short of your car. It could fly, and all the weird technologies and shit we got coming. If I could, I'd turn it all in and say, to hell with it. Let me go back to a more primitive way. And maybe we're going to get that wish, because they're going to probably do something that's going to blow out everything. But yeah, I agree with you. Technology doesn't feel too good to me. I think it's, obviously makes a lot of stuff, make it very convenient. But once it's very convenient, you get kind of lazy and you don't do anything for yourself. And they're trying to bring on robots and this and that. And I think, again, it's driving us away from spirituality. It's locking us into the pleasures and stuff of life. It sounds good in the physical world, but I don't think it's any good. That's about the best I can say. It's actually just another thing that's probably going to take down society. And they're already talking AI could literally revolt and go against us and trigger a nuclear war and stuff. What's this say? I can feel it in the air, man. Yeah. You know what? I swear to you, I feel that same thing. I felt like the last 24 hours, I'm really, something's going on. I can feel it. I've had this happen before, and you could say, oh, you're just having anxiety or what. No, man, I feel something's coming. And I can't explain it if you don't know what I mean. I think some of it is, there's so much crap going on that, yeah, we are getting some anxiety from watching everything on the news and hearing things from other people. But I think spiritually we're being told something's coming over and over, and not necessarily in an audible voice, but inside you have discernment in your heart. It's not necessarily in your brain. I think the brain will listen to this world, technology and stuff. I think God talks through our hearts. That's just the way I feel. Again, just my belief. I think discernment comes from God through you, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want. What's it say? Not even about the jobs. Yeah, dependent on technology. Yep. We should, but we won't. We can't. They don't let you know. Women, you can't choose not to use it. No, you're right. It's I'm sorry, I'm having trouble reading this. I'm kind of old now. My eyesight's really bad, and I'm too vain to put my damn reading glasses on. And that's if I even have them in the car, and I don't think I do. I do more live streams without the damn things than I do. The other day, I finally had them on. And the funny thing is, the other day, I've been bitching about not being able to see. I actually had the glasses, and I got them. And what do I do with them? I stuck them on my hat, and I'm still trying to read the damn thing without them. I'm like, after I watch them, I'm like, damn, I started laughing, but I just don't like wearing glasses, I guess. We might even need Wi-Fi to pray in the future. Yeah, dude. Exactly. Man, oh man. And that's how it's screwed up. I don't have Wi-Fi. Sometimes I can't. My phone's low on with data and stuff, so I have trouble. I literally have to go somewhere where there's Wi-Fi. I don't want Wi-Fi in my house. I'm in an area where there's enough houses near me. I'm probably getting doused with that. That's radiation and shit. And people say, oh, it's not too bad. Little bit of poison ain't going to hurt you. I don't want it. We're already getting a little bit of poison in our water, in our oxygen, everything. Cumulative. I don't need that, and I don't want it. But anyway, who we got here? Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm pretty low on battery. I like talking to you guys. Thank you for stopping by. And again, I'm jumping around because I tend to do that. I get excited and just talk about all kind of different things. If you could subscribe, I'll probably do a couple more live streams today. I'm off all day. And basically, I got to hit the road. I got some shopping to do. Thank you guys for stopping in. Appreciate you guys. Leave me a thumbs up and a subscribe. Have a great day. Thank you.